tell me something. Since these robust, badass, and large humanoid beings that are walked this earth, you know who I'm talking about, are going to nerf Ground Hakuda, aka Dragon Eye, you will still not stop me. I just peeped the dumbest shit that's in the game. Now, you're probably wondering, what am I even talking about, right? So, I've come to the conclusion when I was watching my old video of haka, I peeped that Dragon Eye gives you a slight stun once you use it on somebody. And I was wondering, I was thinking to myself, why is it not working? Like, why am I not stunning at anyone? Why are none of my old combos working? Stuff of that nature. Mind you, I labbed a lot during that era. But if you peep game, right, there was a person, I'm not even gonna out this person, right? There's a person who put me on the old Hakuda. And if you watch Nano's $1,000 wager, shout out to that nigga, because he put me on game, right? I knew when Hakuda it was a pretty good mix-up. Same with Creation, right? I will put Creation up there, win Hakuda. Those are the two Hakudas I think it is. I think any of the comments really is pretty decent, but it's just these two in particular I want to mention, right? I peep what you tie this up with Muay Thai. This can make this the most toxic combo shit S thing I've ever seen. And I don't hear nobody in my comment section talking about this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, ABC, 1, 2, 3. You can say that for every skill, any skill tree in the game. Like you press fast fang and a flash fang, or you know ghost cleave into anything else. Same goes for that. I don't know why Hakuda is being subsided to that only, but that's besides the point. I just realized you see what I'm doing to this nigga, right? Granted, I did lose a lot of HP. That's because of Battle Fight. I wish I could remove that shit, but I'm not finna waste a Battle Fight. No, suck my dick, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is when you tie this with Muay Thai, personally, I think Muay Thai is a better version of Grim Claws. Like the way you can execute this so like lethal is crazy. Like I be catching niggas slipping in the air with it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? They can't really time it. But I peeped that nowadays people don't know how to parry old Hakuda. They were so used to Ground Hakuda, right? I was blind to myself thinking folks actually know how to parry this. I think there's one of these fights niggas was spamming I just like let him kept spamming F. I'm like, yo, this is sad to see. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't know how to time it. Even I for low-key for how to time it. Especially when Gehenna's skill box into its second variant. Sometimes I gotta delay it because a lot of people just dash immediately so it gives them the iframes. Or they you know, supposedly timed it really when they did not. But yeah, I was like, bro, you would do wind prison, right? So the combo goes like this. You would either put them in the air, right? You somehow get them in the air first, then Gehenna. Afterwards, you want to Gehenna. After you want to put in the Gehenna, you could wind prison them. No, you could wind prison them into a catching dragon, then shore them in the air, then Gehenna them, and then you would like. There's so much you could do because of the stun capability of wind. If you tie this in with the wind dragon thing they have in your neck from a boss, it makes your wind crown guard break, my nigga. That's what makes this so toxic. It's not even toxic in the sense of no skill. It's really hard to fight against, right? Like I said, I only been labbing this up for like a day or two. Even I can't really catch wind prison a lot with Catching Dragon. I see a lot of high success on Toa Reach, but I feel like I'm wasting it a lot because you would do wind prison into catching, not finishing catching, like I said. After you do like that right here, you will do wind prison, or no, you do shori. I'm literally back in my mind, I was like, yeah, I ain't doing all that, bro. I low-key be forgetting, bro. You can still perfect it without needing it. But yeah, I was like, yo, he like that, bro. He put me on some game. I'm not the best Hakuda user, but I'll be the best YouTuber Hakuda nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that much. But that's besides the point. What I want to ask, you know, you guys in the comment section, a lot of people were mentioning what's the fairest skill tree, and there's a lot of people saying it was Hakuda, so a lot of people were saying it was Kendo, even though Kendo's a downplay in my opinion. There's a lot of opinion based. I mean, that's what it is. I just want to see you guys head at. Now I want to ask you guys this one question: what is considered high rank? You know, I mean, I don't play this game a lot for me to like say I'm considered high rank. I mean, I saw some people say it's around like 1,000, 1,200, 700. I want to hear your opinion. And do you think people who are up there in the highest rank are using meta builds? I mean, the obvious answer is yes, but I want to hear you. Do you think people, or do you know anybody that's using some off meta combo or off meta stuff where they're just putting whoop ass, you know, whoop ass, whoop ass, whoop ass, you know what I'm saying? I want to see you guys' reaction or see what you guys have to say about it and stuff of that nature. I like talking to the community because I want to see what you guys have to say. But this is the only time I would like to address the community. Majority of the time, I don't want to talk about it because, well, this is outside game, right? I'm gonna talk about this a little bit. Also, I landed this nasty crazy blitz with it. Like I said, you can do a lot with wind. But one thing I wanted to mention in the next segment is community drama and what's y'all opinions about it. You know, I'm kind of like subsided. Oh, I forgot what my friends asked here. You can look top right, top left. He did not want to put in the video, but I am. But yeah, back to what I was saying. What's going on in the community? If someone could give me a clear line description of what's going on, that'd be nice. You know, maybe you don't even have to comment it. You can just DM me it. I do read your DMs, even though I may not respond. You will find a high success rate of me talking to you in the Discord. If I'm not busy doing editing or anything like that. What is going on in the community? You know, I've seen there's a lot of drama surrounding with Setro and what he's doing in sense of changing Bankai progression, not a Bankai progression, yeah, true Bankai progression, and how certain things are being changed and stuff like that. And I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you the real honest truth. Like from what I'm seeing, Setro is a very smart man. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. And what I mean by he knows what he's doing, he's basically trying to elongate this update. These niggas took 9 months. I doubt they sat down and took 9 months. I mean, some devs made some other, you know, there's different level of task in hand. I could tell you straight up, these niggas did not take 9 months to make this. They probably took around 3 months, maybe like a couple months just to here and there. They're probably adding some little bit of content here and there, and then, you know, that's when hell was kind of rushed into it, in my opinion. There's no way 9 months involved with this amount of bugs and this amount of unbalancing and this amount of outrage, you know? The PR team is severely lacking. I feel like they kind of like threw it out the window. Type So Bad didn't have very great PR. But what I'm trying to say is they don't have enough content to suffice for you guys for another 2 months. So they're trying to elongate it for you guys to continuously play their game. Once you finish it, it's over. You know, it's over once these are done. Once, you know, everybody's seen true Bankai and all that, it's going to go back, rinse and repeat. All right, new weapon. All right, another update. New Shikai. New Aron card. New Surya. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I don't know. Maybe... There's no way they're hinting at to a heaven update, you know what I'm saying? What's after heaven? They get limbo? Like, there's not much for them to do. After this, like I said, they mentioned this will be the last time Types will ever close. I doubt that's the truth. I mean, if that is the case, then, oh my God, good catch on the Gehenna. Mr. Crit. Oh, he hit me with that. I didn't even finish it with the Gehenna. I doubt there will be any changes or doubt there'll be any big updates like this. Like I said, I doubt Types will last this long. I give it, like I said, I give it a month or two before everything is done. I even told him this in the CC general chat. I was letting him know, yo, Setro, how long do you think this game's gonna last? You know, he was like, I'm not gonna, you know, he's gonna gatekeep it, obviously. You know, from a gatekeeper from another. I get the gatekeep, but I told him multiple times. Do you think this game's gonna last as long as you think? He thinks it's like a lot of like, you know, it's months of progress. No, buddy, you underestimate the Roblox community. These niggas have like, you know, prior knowledge of the game. You're literally. It's like an expansion pack, right? They already have a max build. They're not gonna get on to a new slot and reprog it that way. They already have the knowledge prior. And knowing the history of how you play, it's easy to understand what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I digress, you know? But other than that, like I said, I try to stay away from drama as much as possible. I mean, you're going to somehow. I mean, as a content creator, people are gonna want you to talk about it and hear what you have to say. That's not the type of content creator I want to be, of, you know, talking about it a lot. I will like humor it as much as possible, but not go out of my way to make videos about it and shit like that, unless it has to address to me and me alone. You know what I'm saying? I think most people can enjoy that I don't really get myself into these type of situation, because it's best, you know, best for both worlds. You guys see the content I provided, and we just go bypass it and, you know, go on another day, you know. But oh my God, Vxquished, you're stupid. Why didn't you just complete the win prison? At least you land the win crown, but that doesn't cancel the ability. It's a good hit on the negation. But yeah, but like I said, only thing I want to talk about is the game itself. You know, one thing I really want to preface is the game is so janky. Everything around it is janky. Some stuff is not working. Like Win Prison doesn't even work in rank. It works after you use it a second time. The first time you literally have to use it, so it just works works afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I have to cold start my fucking Shikai. That should tell you something about this game, you know. But it gets to a point where it's kind of scary of what's going to be the next step for this game. I'm not even too sure what's gonna happen. You know, a lot of how do I explain this? A lot of not caring is what I'm seeing, you know. Oh, good grab on the Grace Blitz. Holy Jesus. It's kind of scary of what could be done. I mean, it could be an easy fix. Just listen to the community as much as possible. Obviously, you want to have your own input. But I'm scared. Like I said, I'm scared for what it could be, you know. But I want to preface this as well, that this is me talking outside the game. This is not really drama. I want to give some insight about it. What will Setro do? Will he, you know, continue what he's doing now, and just let this shit die down where people will come down and, you know, control themselves? Or will he actually, you know, nerf the true Bankai requirement, or go from that? Some people who already have Bankai may not, a true Bankai may not want people to lower it. You know, I can see that because, I put all that grind in. Why can't they get a free, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody, you know, there's a lot of, there's both sides to each coin. You know, there's two sides of each coin. Jesus Christ, I sound so stupid. I can see why both, you know, community might feel some type of way about it. But I just know Setro may not care as much. Like I said, I don't know the guy. I can only speak from opinion, and I'm not going to slander the nigga's name. But I do see that he has a new project. So is his eyes, his eyes on the prize? Is the new project he's working on? Is he going to continuously working on Type Soul as much as possible? The answer might be both on yes. He might still care for Type Soul and then still care for his new project. But that's pretty much it for today's video. All I got to say is thank you for watching the video. Go ahead and like that if you enjoy watching what you're seeing. And all I got to say is fear God and not men.